Black boy kicked out of dealership next day. His billionaire mom arrives in a Rolls-Royce. The glass doors of Elite Motors gleamed under the midday sun, reflecting the polished chrome of luxury cars lined up like trophies. Inside, 17-year-old Malik Johnson stood, his worn sneakers squeaking against the marble floor. His eyes, wide with wonder, traced the curves of a sleek convertible. For years, he'd saved every dollar from his after-school job at the local diner, dreaming of one day owning a car like this. Not to flex, but to feel like he belonged somewhere beyond the cracked sidewalks of his neighborhood. Malik's presence drew stares. His hoodie, faded from too many washes, and his dark skin made him an anomaly in this temple of wealth. He felt the weight of every glance, but he kept his chin up, clutching the crumpled wad of cash in his pocket. He'd come to ask about financing options, a small step toward his dream. "Excuse me, kid." A sharp voice cut through the hum of the showroom. The manager, a man in his 40s with slicked-back hair and a tailored suit, approached with a smirk. "This isn't a playground. These cars are for serious buyers." Malik's throat tightened, but he stood his ground. "I'm here to ask about the convertible. I've been saving. Saving." The manager's laugh was cold, slicing through Malik's words. "Look, son, let's not waste each other's time. You can't afford to breathe the air in here." The words hit like a punch, and the small crowd of customers nearby turned, some whispering, others sneering. Malik's face burned, but he tried again. "I have money. I just want to know about payments." His voice trembled, a mix of defiance and desperation. The manager's eyes narrowed. "Out, now, before I call security." He stepped closer, looming over Malik. The boy's hands balled into fists, but he knew fighting back would only make it worse. The whispers grew louder, and a woman in a pearl necklace muttered, "Kids like him don't belong here." Humiliation choked Malik as he stumbled out, the glass doors slamming behind him. He stood in the parking lot, the summer heat pressing against his skin, and fought back tears. He wasn't just a kid. He was someone with dreams, with plans. But to them, he was nothing, just a black boy who dared to step into their world. That night, Malik sat in his small bedroom, the walls plastered with car posters. His mother, Aisha, noticed the slump in his shoulders. She was a quiet woman, her face etched with years of struggle, but her eyes held a fierce warmth. "What happened, baby?" she asked, sitting beside him. Malik hesitated, then spilled the story. Aisha listened, her jaw tightening with each word. When he finished, she took his hand. "You are enough, Malik. Don't let anyone tell you different. Tomorrow we'll fix this." Malik didn't know what she meant, but he trusted her. Aisha had raised him alone, working late nights as a nurse, always finding a way to make ends meet. He assumed she'd march into the dealership and give the manager a piece of her mind. He had no idea how much bigger her plan was. The next morning, the dealership buzzed with its usual rhythm salesman charming wealthy clients, the air thick with cologne and ambition. Then, a low rumble broke the routine. A Rolls-Royce Phantom glided into the lot, its obsidian finish gleaming like a promise. The crowd outside froze, eyes locked on the car. The door opened, and Aisha Johnson stepped out. She was unrecognizable from the tired nurse Malik knew. Dressed in a tailored blazer and heels that clicked with authority, she radiated power. Behind her, Malik emerged, his hoodie replaced with a crisp shirt, his head high. The manager, spotting the Rolls-Royce, rushed out, his face a mask of fake hospitality. "Welcome to Elite Motors, ma'am. I'm Richard, the manager. How can I?" His voice faltered as he recognized Malik. His smile vanished. Aisha's gaze was steel. "You met my son yesterday. she said, her voice calm but cutting. You told him he didn't belong here. Richard stammered, his face reddening. "Two didn't mean any offense. It was a misunderstanding." A misunderstanding? Aisha stepped closer, her presence commanding the lot. "You humiliated my son because of how he looks, because of his skin. You judged him before he could even speak." The crowd grew, customers and staff whispering. Richard's eyes darted, searching for an escape. Then, a new figure pushed through the onlookers, an older black man in a janitor's uniform, his hands trembling as he held a mop. It was Clarence, the dealership's longtime custodian, who'd watched the scene unfold yesterday in silence. "I saw it all," Clarence said, his voice steady despite his shaking hands. "I've worked here 20 years, and I've seen kids like Malik come and go. You never give them a chance. You didn't even let him talk." The crowd murmured, some nodding, others shifting uncomfortably. Clarence's words hung heavy, a truth no one could ignore. Malik stared at the old man, gratitude swelling in his chest. He hadn't known anyone was watching, let alone someone who'd dare speak up. Aisha turned back to Richard. "My name is Aisha Johnson, CEO of Johnson Ventures. I built my company from nothing, and I've bought businesses bigger than this dealership. My son came here with his own money, his own dreams, and you crushed them. So here's what's happening. I'm buying this dealership, and you're fired." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Richard's face drained of color. "You can't, you don't have the authority." "Oh, I do," Aisha said, pulling out her phone. "My lawyers are already in touch with your corporate office. They're thrilled about the deal." She paused, letting the weight of her words sink in. "Malik will choose your replacement. Someone who sees people, not stereotypes." Malik's heart pounded. He looked at his mother, then at Clarence, who gave him a small, proud nod. The twist of Aisha's true identity, a billionaire who'd kept her wealth private to protect her son's humility, shifted the ground beneath everyone. Malik had always known her as Mom, the woman who packed his lunches and worked double shifts. Now he saw her strength in a new light. Richard slunk away, the crowd parting like a sea. Aisha turned to Malik, her voice softening. "Pick a car, baby. Any one you want." But Malik shook his head. "I don't want a car anymore. I want to learn from you. I want to build something like you did." Aisha's eyes shimmered with pride. She pulled him into a hug, and the crowd, now silent, began to disperse. Clarence approached, his weathered face breaking into a smile. "You're a good kid, Malik. Don't ever forget it." As the sun set, casting golden light over the Rolls-Royce, Malik felt something shift inside him. The pain of yesterday wasn't gone, but it was overshadowed by hope. His mother's strength, Clarence's courage, and his own resilience had turned humiliation into triumph. The dealership would change, not just because of Aisha's money, but because of the truth they'd all spoken. Malik knew the world wasn't fair, but moments like this proved it could be fought for. What do you think? How should we confront prejudice in our communities? And where does justice begin?